up, guys? Late Night Cast, Mac here. For the first time in DS history, Division Series history, each series is tied at 1. Movie-like stuff happened again today. Terrence Skubal, absolutely phenomenal. 7 shutout innings, 8 strikeouts, 3 hits allowed, nothing. Got 2 clutch double plays. Back in the 5th, off Jimenez's bat, Taylor made, and then the 6th, a very slick double play on a slow roller. Great turn by Colt Keith, who just came in the game, was absolutely awesome there. And then, of course, the Steven Kwan robbery of Wenzel Perez on a 98-mile-an-hour fastball from Emmanuel Clase. It looked like it was ticketed for green grass, and honestly, I've watched that replay about 25 times and still don't know if he caught it, but amazing by Kwan. There wasn't enough evidence to overturn the catch on the field, so to keep it tied there. And then Emmanuel Clase breezed through the first 2 hitters, and Mr. Rogers, Jake Rogers, has been in the middle of every rally for the Detroit Tigers. Single on 100 miles an hour, and then a soft single, and then A.J. Hinch doing A.J. Hinch things, being able to keep his ace in the hole. Probably best right-handed or best hitter against right-handed pitching, and Clase went to the well too many times with that 94-mile-an-hour slider. I say you have 101 or 100 in the tank, get beat by that. He went 3 straight sliders, hung it, and Kerry Carpenter absolutely destroyed it. Absolutely incredible. You thought the Motown magic was running out, but you knew they had to win this one the way Skubal pitched. And you never want to go into a hole, obviously, especially with your pitching chaos that the Detroit Tigers pitching staff is. Again, I kind of a little bit question Clase coming in the 8th. Obviously got out of it, but multiple outs, and he hadn't done it since August 20th. And did it one time this year. Like I said earlier, he done it multiple times in the playoffs. But you also just got to credit Detroit. They had phenomenal at-bats. And just grinded to a nub. They're gritty, and there's a reason that's they're here and why they're here. And A.J. Hinch pressed the right buttons, and Kerry Carpenter might be one of the more underrated players that nobody's heard of, but they've heard his name now because doing that off of Clase, who had given up 3 earned runs all year, or 5 earned runs all year, gave up 3 earned today. I mean, and there's been a lot of 2-out rallies in this postseason that you're not necessarily expecting, but it's been riveting. Movie-like stuff for that one to be 1-1. And give credit to Matthew Boyd, Cade Smith, Tim Herron. Those guys are locked down, and I'm going back to Emmanuel Clase every single time. It was just one of those days for him. And maybe you could have stayed away from him in game 1. I don't know. I mean, it was 7-0. I know you want to keep every lead you can, but that might have been a spot there. But it was an epic pitcher's duel, and Terrence Skubal's it. Detroit's got to ink that man for a long time. But in the second, the Royals and Kansas City, it's tied 1-1. Obviously, biggest takeaways there, Salvi Perez is that like warm, comfy blanket, both at the plate. He might chase a lot, but he mashes against lefties, and smoked one off Carlos Rodon. I think Carlos Rodon was too amped up. You love the 3 strikeouts and striking out the side, but I think he kind of acted like it was game 1 or game 7 of the World Series, and it might have played into his ineffectiveness in that fourth inning. Yuli Gurriel may be 40, but he's been a hit machine and been a pain in the side of the Yankees. And Tommy Pham, he may be goes a lot of places, but all he does is come up clutch after a wild pitch. Tommy Pham single. Michael Garcia, 4 hits on the night as well. Garrett Hampson's been huge out of the 9-hole for the Royals. Couple of 2-out RBIs there. And the Yankees really couldn't take advantage of Cole Reagan's effectively wildness in the first inning. Back-to-back walks, but Judge continues to struggle, and they really couldn't muster anything except a bit of a 2-out rally with Gleyber walking and Wells singling, and a single in the third, but they really couldn't do anything. And massive props to the Kansas City bullpen coming back after a rough game one where they walked a lot of guys, especially for Zerpa. Came in, was really effective. They did give up a lot of leadoff runners, but they were able to limit the damage. Obviously, the biggest play probably in the 8th with runner on first. After Judge walked, Giancarlo Stanton absolutely mashes the ball, 109.8 miles an hour. And Witt makes a diving play, turns into a double play because Stanton's lack of running ability, but all you can do is hit it hard. And Witt hasn't put his print on this series. Offensively pressing, probably a bit like Judge, but that definitely was a huge one. And then Ursig came in, gave up a solo blast to Jazz Chisholm, 99 meatball to make it 4-2. John Birdie looked like he'd played first base his entire career with a slick double play in the 6th, I believe, to preserve just the 3-run lead. Got a single the other way, but Gleyber grounded out, 3 ground outs, and they were able to hang on. But Judge has got to do something. They were able to neutralize Soto as well, but really, I think Carlos Rodon just expended too much energy, and the Royals were able to take advantage in that 4-run 4th inning, and the bullpen bounced back, and that's really big for them. And going back to Kansas City 1-1 with Pasquantino, Witt, and a lot of their other big pieces not checked in offensively, you take that and run with it. But baseball is awesome. It is popcorn worthy this postseason. It's gonna come down to the nitty gritty, and I almost don't want to have a lead in the 9th, or at least a 5-run lead in the 9th, because it's gonna come down to the last out and the last hitter. It has all postseason long so far, and it's just been amazing. I wish my team was in it, but it's still amazing to watch. As always, go Braves, because as always, but as always, go baseball as well, because it's amazing.